What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your incredible support on the series so far. I want to show you where I'm at with some of the season objectives, show you my squad and then build our new squad and at least talk about our new squad. So daily objective, I'm going to go and buy a player real quick because I want the XP. If you guys just want a little bit of easy XP, maybe you're going to buy players anyway, maybe you're not, I don't know, right? I tend to just go to gold for 350, skip through a whole bunch of pages, pick up the player, because otherwise they're usually unlisted like that. If you actually want to get easier players as well, little pro tip for you here, set it to goalkeepers. People typically don't buy goalkeepers much, they buy everything else more. So I'm going to buy McGregor, and then I'm just going to list McGregor again. Yes, it's going to cost me about 17 coins in tax, but I don't particularly mind because of what it gets me. It gets me 180 XP. We've got 2 ones to watch done. We've done all in. Score a goal using Premier League players in 4 separate rivals wins. Nice and easy there. I've been bombing up the rivals rankings, what I'll show you in just a second. And we've done Parisian talent. Win 4 rivals matches using at least 2 French players in the starting squad. I want to show you the squad that I was using for that. We get a gold pack for that as well. In terms of debut mark, I'm going to go right now and play some squad battles. I think I'm only going to go for Elite 3. I just can't be bothered to go for Elite 1. I don't know what the rank threshold is. Maybe Footbin has it. Maybe I'll be able to find it on there. Where is it? Squad battles. Summer moves is also a squad battles game mode. So we're going to go and do that as well. Origin story, score 2 goals using League 1 players in 3 separate rivals matches. I've done 1 out of 3 so far. And then midfield maestro, we're halfway through. Assist in 10 separate rivals matches using a player whose default position is midfield. And of course, that will just come naturally throughout playing rivals. There won't really be anything needed for that. So according to Footbin, Elite 1 is 32,000 right now, and Elite 3 is 18,000. I'm not too far away, but what I've got from season objectives as well, guys, is I've now got this Lewandowski that we're going to take. I don't particularly need him. We're just going to take him to have him, and we completed that season objective. We're now level 15, I believe. No, we're level 14 now. We need 3,000 XP to get that Salah, and we're going to claim this pack as well. So we've got a whole bunch of packs to open. A premium mixed players pack there. It is untradeable, of course. Yeah, we're getting close to that, the good stuff, really, which is nice. And then in terms of season objectives available, I've still got Anfield to do with Salah, which I'll do once I actually get Salah, and I'll do it in rivals. I did get him in a draft today, and I won 3 games in a draft. I just didn't start him. I started Messi instead. These rival points will give us some XP. Debut star will give us some XP, and Tower Power is going to be quite difficult to do. Score a header in 2 separate rivals matches using a player who has more than 82 physicality. That is not going to be an easy accomplishment. So we'll have to try hard on that. I need 14 more squad battles games for 1,000 experience. I need to go and do these 2 games here. That will give us 1,500 more experience. I think you can do these offline as well. So I might just go and do those just to get the XP. The ones to watch, Dembele, we're going to work towards. And what's interesting about him is he should already get an upgrade. He got a goal in Spurs' 2-1 win with 10 men. And then daily objective, I'll get that other XP very, very shortly. Interestingly, the Oktoberfest, it's like bugged out. I don't know what that's about. So in terms of squad battles, I have 16,000 points right now. So I'm only 2,000 points away from getting into Elite 3. That will take me 1 game. The difference between Elite 2 and Elite 3 is nothing. Elite 3 gives you a mega pack, 2 premium gold player packs, and 12k coins. Elite 2 gives you 2 mega packs, 1 premium gold players pack, and 15k coins. It's a very similar pack set, but then of course Elite 1 gives you 30k coins and 2 rare mega packs. So it's only 32,000. It wouldn't take me long to do that, just a couple hours. So we'll see how it goes with that. Of course, I'm not playing to top 100 anymore. I will play squad battles when needed for, oh, look at that, McGregor sold anyway, when needed for objectives and such. But typically speaking, I'm going to try and limit myself to Elite each week so I just don't burn myself out. So we get a gold pack. It does indeed have a rare gold card in it. Not anything useful, mind you. Let's see what we actually get. So we get a Van der Beek. That's not a bad card. Is he tradable? No, these aren't tradable. We don't want that guy anyway. We don't care about the healing or that stuff there. So a few little cards to put into the club there. We get a premium gold pack, which I assume is also untradeable because it comes from the season objectives. We do get another rare gold player. It's not a board again, so it's just going to be a regular rare. Hopefully one of the good 82s or 81s. Now these are untradeable. Nope. But we do get lucky enough to get a 1,000 coin unlock and 2 players I don't currently have. That I do currently have as tradables. So yeah, that's quite nice. We'll maybe make a few little coins off of those guys as well, which is quite nice. And then again, just some more consumables to put in there. And then last but not least, a premium mixed players pack, 3 rares. So you just got to hope that your golds are rares mostly. And we are going to get no board here either. No special cards, nothing too major out of this. What do we actually get? Nothing too major out of this. Again, a couple of cards here that we can switch around, and I'll list these guys up just a couple of times. If they don't sell, I'll just discard them. And then Jack Butland currently selling for about 800 coins by looks of things, just for that the new advanced SBCs. Now, talking about SBCs, before we get into some gameplay for today's episode. And look at the team for today's episode. Is Abraham selling for more? My fault. I would like not Jolinton, I beg your pardon, St. Maximin. He's just too expensive. All 3 of these players were players that last year I would have ended up doing on the road to glory, all 3 of them. And I have the capability to do all 3 of these guys now as well. Robert Lewandowski is 160k for a 90 rated striker. He is a brilliant striker, but do I want him? I don't really like. He's likely to get more player of the month. He's playing out of his skin. He'll get informs. This card will be eclipsed super quickly. So for 160k, it's kind of not worth it, especially since he doesn't go straight into my team. This Josef Martinez card, this is the one of the 3 that I specifically think I would like the most. He's 90k. The problem is the fact that I can't start him on 10 chem. He would be a sub. He would be a great sub, don't get me wrong, but he would only be a sub. And then this St. Maximin. Now, this one's a tricky one for me because I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like he's way overpriced, right? 90,000 coins for this Ones to Watch SBC is ludicrous because he's 79 rated. However, if he gets 2 informs, 79k for this card, or 89k should I say, for this card, plus the 40k's worth of packs back, would end up looking like a bargain. This is one of those cards that it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because if you don't do this card, and he ends up having a banging season and gets 2 or 3 informs or man of the matches or anything that upgrades this One to Watch card, you are going to miss out on something amazing, because his pace and dribbling are so good for a 79 rated card. Once he gets that shooting and passing boost, a little bit more stamina, and then a dead-eye chemistry on him with high-low work rates and 4-star, 5-star, he will be a dream to play with the way that FIFA 20 plays, right? You know, the high agility, fast players are really good this year. However, on the other hand, if he's anything like Gelson Martins last year, you might end up sitting there with a 90k card that is just utterly useless. He's coming back from injury. The problem for him is he plays for Newcastle. And of course, Newcastle themselves are very hit and miss. In fact, they're 19th in the table. What that would mean, however, is that all it would take is like one goal from him in a game for EA to boost him. So I really don't know if I want St. Maximin. I feel like I want him. I do feel like I want him. I feel like this would be one of those cards I regret. Because again, when you look at his card, his short passing and long passing is already semi-decent for a 79 rated card. So once you get that upgrade onto him, he's going to become an absolute joy to play with. And so I just don't know what to do with that card specifically. So this team, as you can see, I have 70,000 coins. I went and bought Aller for 25,000 coins, and I now no longer require him. So long as I haven't lost my shirt on Aller, we're going to sell him on again. He didn't score for West Ham today, and so his price has plummeted because of that. Actually, yeah, he's 21k now. So I'm going to sell him and just get some coins back. I used him. He was good for me, by the way. 6 games, 6 goals, 1 assist. He was really good, and he was used literally for that that objective of scoring with Premier League players and scoring with French players. for the NDOMBELE that we're going to end up picking up. So he's 21,000 coins is his lowest bin. So I'll list him up for 21,000 as well and drop him on. I also bought Thovan, who's also been pretty good. 6 games, 4 goals. And I also got Aouar, who's played 6 games, 1 goal, 2 assists. However, I'm going to hold on to both of these cards because scoring with 2 French league players, in fact, I could probably do it without Aouar, but scoring 2 goals with a French league player is proving difficult when I've only got 2 of them in there and one of them's a midfielder, right? So with how my team would look right now, let's assume that I'm not going for objectives. I have a feeling that my team's going to look a little bit like this. And that leaves me in a bit of a weird spot because it leaves me with Goretzka and Havertz as players that I really should want to use and are good, but aren't in my team. So that's literally what my team would look like right there. So, and this is how it would line up just in a 4-3-3. So we would play Bruno Fernandes at Cam, Fabinho and Torreira at CM, because I don't play the CDM version, Pepe and Lucas on the wings, and Pukki up front. And of course, Lucas gets 7 chemistry. Bruno Fernandes does drop down to 7 chemistry as well, which is a little bit of a problem. I could start Jota still, and then swap those 2 around, start everyone on full chemistry, and then sub Lucas on. If I'm going to do that, I feel like it's a bit of a waste. You know, he doesn't get the same benefit, the same boost as a sub, of course, as what he gets even on 7 chemistry. Like the difference is quite big. He goes and gets a relatively... Wait, hold on. Is that hasn't shown with his boost, right? Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's because he's on 5 chem still. That's what he gets as a sub. Here we go. Yeah, the boost is just much bigger. Much better short passing, long passing. His agility, balance, reactions, etc. better. And then when I do decide to finally switch into like a full Premier League squad, or even a Brazilian squad here, I could just drop Fernandes completely and go Brazilian. Could go and get David Luiz instead of Pepe, although I like Pepe a lot. I played a lot of games with Pepe, 51 games already. And Bruno Fernandes as well is amazing for me. 78 games at 24 goals and 37 assists. It's all good stuff from him. So I don't know where to go with the team, but I think this is what I'm going to line up with for the first weekend league next Friday, unless something dramatic changes over the next sort of 7 days. The only other thing that will dramatically change is if I do get Aller, not Aller, we just sold Aller. If I do get Saint Maximin, then I will play Saint Maximin off chem at left forward on 7, and I'll sell Lucas basically, because Lucas is up at what, 50 somewhat, yeah, 53,000. That's a lot of coins, man. Like it's a good time to make coins right now as well. So the account is in a real good spot. And for those of you that don't know, Foot Champions is coming next week. I can't remember where it was confirmed. Yeah, qualification progress opens in 5 days and 11 hours, and there is a schedule. 30 matches remaining, opens in 5 days, then in 12 days. And of course, as we always know, the rewards are still exactly the same. It's a bit sad that they haven't really changed those. So 2 100k packs and 2 player pick items from Gold 1, plus the championship points. Gold 2, a rare gold pack, 2 rare mega packs. Gold 3, a rare players pack and 2 mega packs. I don't know where I'm going to finish this year in the first week. Maybe Gold 2 would be like my aim, I suppose. You know, I'm still working up my way up through rivals and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out some certain things with this game. And of course, although my team is very, very good, I don't have a pay-to-win team. Specifically my back line, I need to get Van Dijk and Alisson as quick as possible. And that would be another positive if I sold Lucas and Fabinho, got NDOMBELE and excuse me, and Saint Maximin. I could work some stuff out there. Alternatively, I could just go and sell Fabinho. He's a little bit cheaper than... Oh, wait, hold on. Has he actually gone up? It looks like he's gone back up. He went down into the 70s, I believe. He's currently at 80k now. So, yeah, I could get 80k for Fabinho, 50k for Lucas. I could go and sell Kai Havertz for about 30k as well. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at adding an extra 150k to my... coffers with one more rivals and 1 more squad battles rewards to come before champs. We could potentially get up towards getting Van Dijk. I don't know what I'm going to do with the team. We'll have to figure that out. But for now, guys, that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and play some more Rivals games, complete towards some more objectives, and take some more comments from the comment section. So I will be right back. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, we've got a whole bunch of Rivals games, some packs, some objective completions. And I just want to say, in spite of the issues with the game right now that are starting to become alarmingly frustrating, in spite of the fact that there isn't really much new about the game, which I kind of want to touch on first, I am thoroughly enjoying the early stage grind. I'm thoroughly enjoying the season objectives, specifically the excuse me, the one to watch NDOMBELE objective set is brilliant. And I do like the Hazard story and Salah story objectives as well. But yeah, so just to start with, in terms of the game and gameplay, not gameplay actually, we've talked gameplay to death already, I think. In terms of the actual game itself and new features within Ultimate Team, there really isn't anything. Yes, milestones and seasonal objectives are there, but seasonal objectives are very, very similar to weekly objectives, right? You know, almost identical actually. They're a bit more in depth, and I like that. I'm not bashing season objectives at all. I think they're great, and milestone objectives are just quite pointless so far, and it leaves me both excited and concerned, because it leaves me concerned because it's like, man, if this really all there is that's new for in terms of feature set this year, it's going to get really old really quick, you know? Yes, right now it's really cool, it's really fun, it's like, oh my god, like season objectives are sick. But like with weekly objectives, when weekly objectives for players and stuff started coming out, eventually people just got bored. I didn't even play for some of the team of the season players and stuff because it was just not worth it because of the division that I was in. And just overall, you know, it got to a point where it was like, okay, this is boring, something new. And but it leaves me excited because there is so much potential, specifically with milestones and storyline players. Now, I know there's a storyline section for Salah and Hazard and their loans, which we are going to talk about a little bit here. But what I was talking about on stream last night, and of course, if you want to watch the Road to Glory full grind in action, mixer.com/NepentheZ. I feel like Reek was in the stream. If not, he's just had an idea like alarmingly similar to my own. But we asked on stream, or we discussed on stream, sorry, what is in the realms of what EA can do that will allow something fun to happen with those storyline cards. Because I think it's very fair to say, and we have discussed it in depth before, I think it's very fair to say anybody that grinds 100,000 experience on their account to get one of those storyline cards won't need the storyline card. So the only use they'll have long term is if they're upgradable. And Reek says, I would love to see EA add something similar to 2K in the new NBA game with evolution cards. Once you hit a certain milestone, they upgrade. But also they have spotlights on certain players where they start as a base card and you have to go through their career, achieving the same career highs and milestones that they did. All of this stuff can be done against CPU, meaning it's all possible for people who can't play online and want a different challenge. And I know we talked about Evo cards and such before, and people told me in Madden they have essentially Evo cards or upgrade cards with their storyline cards. And the way you do it is you complete objectives, you get a token, you apply it, and then boom, the card upgrades. I don't think FIFA has the capabilities for that because I feel like it would be a feature that they announce. But I do wonder if it's something that they're holding close to their chest as like an exciting, hey guys, here's something we didn't tell you. The storyline cards upgrade. And what I would like to see, and the way that it would be feasible for those cards to be upgradable, first of all, they're called storyline cards. So far, there's no storyline to the Zaha or no storyline to Vasquez. So having a storyline for them would be fun. But what we discussed that would be feasible is that once the people start unlocking the 100,000 XP, and I know EA can see that because they put out a Twitter post. I think it was Dunans and Dragons. Joel put out a Twitter post saying, since people are now getting up towards the 2200 ranking, skill ranking, and I was so they're seeing at their end that people are starting to hit 2000, 2100 skill points, right? And fair play to those people, amazing, but they get to see that, right? So they can also obviously see who's got what XP and who's got the highest XP and where people are. So once it goes to like close to 100,000 XP, I would love to see in milestones a storyline objective pop up for all 3 of the cards. Now, of course, you can only claim 1 card, so you know the 2 of them will be irrelevant for you in terms of milestones. But let's say you take Zaha, and then upon taking Zaha, say 5 milestones pop up for him, and upon completing the milestones, you get a token pack, and all it contains is maybe some Crystal Palace players that are special, right? And they're not special in the sense that they're actually upgraded or anything like that. They're special in the sense of they're like the ones to watch. These foot swaps tokens from last year. It's just your standard bronze card that they've made a special version of that card for, so that he goes directly into SBCs. And it would be so cool if let's say three milestones. 500 goals, 500 assists, 300 games, right? So once you score 500 goals with Zaha, you get a token pack, and it contains 5 Crystal Palace players that are milestone, Zaha storyline 1 players. And then if you score 500, if you get 500 assists, you get a pack that says milestone storyline 2 players. And if you get all 300 games, or when you get all 300 games, you get another token pack for Crystal Palace players that is milestone season, 3 tokens. And then when you go into the SBC section, right now we have the one to watch section that's been added in there. So just have a storyline section in there, and there's 3, you go into storyline, you go to Zaha, for example, and you put the card in the first one, and you have to submit a Zaha storyline card plus the 5 tokens, and there's 3 segments in there, and obviously the group reward would be like a top tier Zaha, like a 90 rated Zaha. For 500 goals, maybe there's an 87 Zaha. For 500 assists, maybe it's an 88 Zaha, and for 300 games, maybe an 89 Zaha. But because you have to turn in a Zaha, it might be a case of that you get the 89 Zaha first because you've done 300 games before the goals and assists. So you turn that in, you get an 89 storyline Zaha, and then you're only going to go for the big upgrade to the 90 or 91 rated Zaha once you've completed the other 2 objectives, so that you can turn them in at the same time. So the individual sections will give you another storyline Zaha that is upgraded, and then the group completion, of course, you have to turn in another storyline Zaha, and then you get the big Zaha out of it. So something like that, I think, could work really, really well. It's within the realms of what EA absolutely can do, and I've hyped myself up talking about it because it sounds like it would be absolutely amazing, but it's probably something that we won't get. But I'm both very nervous and very excited for milestones and season objectives, because if they can get it right, it will be the greatest thing in FIFA for some time. Not My Real Name says, you're doing that thing that you always do where you talk yourself into doing a player SBC. Well, I like just discussing the ins and outs with you guys. I like discussing the pros and cons of everything. And sometimes I talk about the pros and cons, and then some people give me some other pros or some other cons. I just like to run through everything to make sure that I know full well what I'm going for and what I'm going with. I think I've made a decision on Player of the Month, Martinez. I'm not going to complete him. It's too expensive for a card that doesn't get into my main team. I'm also not going to complete Player of the Month, Lewandowski. Again, a card that will just be eclipsed and is too expensive for what you get for it. The only one that I'm still undecided on is one to watch, Saint Maximin. And as I explained yesterday, I'm mostly undecided on him because if he gets a couple of upgrades, he will actually be a bargain for the price that he is right now. If, however, he doesn't get any upgrades, 92k for that card is going to come back and bite us in the butthole. So yeah, I don't know on him yet. The other 2 I'm fully decided on, but on him I don't know just yet. P-Doc says, hi Nep, I understand what you're saying about Salah, but do you not think people would be even more angry if the Salah storyline came out after some people had gotten and used his loan? Yeah, absolutely. I didn't really consider that. I wish the loan cards would just disappear though. I don't want to get a loan. Like, if next season as well there's more loan cards, and the next season there's more loan cards, I don't want that. I don't care about loan cards. Like, again, when you're grinding to this level, like, other than doing the objectives with the loan cards that we get, Like when you're grinding to this level, those loan cards have no purpose in your club or in your team, because you'd have to sell your entire team or portions of your team to buy new players to fit these loan cards that only last a small amount of games. And so it's kind of like a pointless exercise. I wish that, again, much like the storyline cards, I wish they would just give us permanent versions of cards that are obscure, that never really get special cards. You know, when you look at, say, Dalot, the fullback, just give him like an upgraded card in there. Who cares? You probably wouldn't even use him either, but it'd be nice to collect fun storyline cards instead of having a loan card that you can't really do all that much with. The next comment is from Patrick. He says, Nep, do you know if and when League SBCs will return? I don't. And again, this is something that leaves me both concerned and quite excited at the same time. By this point last year, we had already had the first League SBCs. This time this year, they've given us another advanced SBC, which we didn't have at all throughout the year last year, which is crazy. And they made the advanced SBC a little bit too expensive, in my opinion. I don't even know what it is now. Let me have a look. Let's go to the advanced SBCs. It's coming in at, what is it? It's the National Pride, 140,000 coins to complete the whole set. The Rare Players Pack one, the England one, is 70k as the cheapest one. It's actually 46k as the cheapest one to complete, but still 46k for an SBC that gives you a 50k pack. That's just ludicrous. Like, honestly, it's ludicrous. But yeah, so by this time last year, we'd already had the first League SBCs. But obviously this year, not only do we not have a League SBC yet, we're not getting Icon SBCs. So I wonder what, if anything at all, they're going to fill in the SBC section instead of those ones there. And as I kind of hyped myself up for, it would be cool if that was for storyline players. Brawl says, hi Nep, this year especially I feel like there are lots of expensive, low-rated cards and very expensive top-end cards, but not many in between. Do you feel the same way? Yeah, the market, excuse me, the market's in a bit of a weird spot right now. Some cards, yeah, literally as you explained, it always happens this year. It will find its way, it will even itself out. But guys, this is going to be the end of the post-com section right here. We're going to go live right now because I have got NDOMBELE. We're going to go and collect him, claim him, sort out the trade pile and a few other things afterwards. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. So to end today's video, we have completed the ones to watch Dembele section. We've done the midfield maestro. I showed you just a little bit earlier on in the video the fact that I was, I think, 7 out of 10. I've had to play 6 games to get the last 3. Because it's not counting certain assists. In one game, it counted Pepe. I only assisted with Pepe and Douglas Costa, and I got 1 towards the progress section. And then the next game, I only assisted with Pepe, and it didn't count with it. Now, of course, it says assist 10 separate rivals matches using a player whose default position is midfield. And that says then the default position is before position change items. Pepe, of course, is a right midfielder and shows up in the midfield section when you search for him on the market. And sometimes it was counting and sometimes it wasn't. So I had to keep playing, and I ended up forcing the play through my midfielders. And it just gave me, I've lost about 100 ranking points. Just trying to force balls to Fabinho and Torreira. So we get the ones to watch NDOMBELE. I'd be very upset if he doesn't get an inform. He's got so much potential. 4-star skill moves, medium, 5'11" is good. 3-star weak foot is a little bit sad. His dribbling, his pace are very nice. His physicals are also very nice at this stage. His short pass and long pass is good, and his shot power is pretty good. You know, you could make him a creative midfielder. He can't really shoot. He won't really score. Other than that, he could be a good, you know, with 1 upgrade, if he goes up to an 84, that defensive boost that he'll likely get, he'll become a really, really good CDM. So he'll go into our team. I don't know if we're going to start with him or not. I've got a lot of stuff going on with the team. I think tomorrow's episode to start with is going to be a brand new squad. We also get Mohamed Salah loan card, which is very nice. That means we can go and complete the rest of that as well, which shouldn't be too difficult. All we need to do for that objective is win 3 matches with Salah in my squad. So it's a 9-game loan. We don't do it with that loan card there. It could be any 3 matches as well. I'm probably going to go, I want to go and get squad battles up today to get myself into Elite 1 anyway, so I can take those rewards for tomorrow. But yeah, so here we go. A load of bronze stuff has sold. The bronze pack method still working very, very well. Lazy Buy is still picking up loads of stuff very, very nicely. And that leaves us to end today's video with a gold players pack from NDOMBELE. I've seen people get some crazy good stuff out of these. Although I've had some relatively good pack luck so far. Come on, we got anything there? No, this year, it's nothing on last year. And sadly, nothing good here either. Unless we get one of the good 82s or 81s, which we didn't. But that's not a bad pack. 12 players I don't currently have. They're not tradable, of course. And then in terms of... the squad, the season objectives now, we're getting real close to starting to claim the packs, which is nice. We're at level 15, which obviously is halfway through, but level 15 is only 27,500 XP, whereas level 30 is 100,000 XP. So we've still got a long ways to go for that, but we're getting close to picking up these packs. And then this pack, of course, the Premium Gold Players pack. We are a fair old chunk away from the other packs here. And then, yeah, still 72,000 XP needed for Wilfred Zaha, Tolisso, or Lucas Vazquez. So that is going to be the end of the video for today, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.